Never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption, but I am now.
That's JB Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. You might remember him as the guy who shut down your business during COVID while his family jetted off to their horse farm and held gatherings at the mansion. But for those who don't, he's not some fringe backbencher. He's a Democrat heavyweight, a billionaire loudmouth, and one of the most visible faces in the party. And there it is. The governor of Illinois just declared that Republicans cannot know peace. That's not civic engagement. That's a dog whistle for chaos. This wasn't a call to march with signs. It was a call to mobilize and disrupt. Like it's January 6th in reverse, but somehow that's totally fine if you've got a D next to your name. If a Republican said anything remotely close to this, CNN would already be live streaming from a bunker. But when Democrats do it, it's called activism. The hypocrisy isn't just thick, it's the whole playbook now.
These Republicans cannot know a moment of peace. They have to understand that we will fight their cruelty with every megaphone and microphone that we have. We must castigate them on the soapbox and then punish them at the ballot box. That we will relegate their portraits to the museum halls reserved for tyrants and traitors.
Stephen, Illinois Governor Pritzker just called for mass protests and disruption, saying Republicans cannot know peace, while Trump's border crossings are down 95% and ICE is locking up 800 criminals. Is Pritzker inciting insurrection, and will DOJ take action?
Well, what I would say is that his comments, if nothing else, clearly can be construed as inciting violence.
Where people are engaging in rhetoric and behavior that puts the lives of public servants in danger, puts the lives of conservative Americans in danger. And so that's the first thing I would say. And then, of course, secondly, right, just this war that Democrat governors and mayors are waging against federal law enforcement. I mean, this is nullificationist behavior. This is successionist behavior. Where they're saying they don't recognize the supremacy of federal law enforcement in terms of protecting the lives and livelihoods of American citizens against a foreign invasion. We've never seen anything like it. And, of course, the result of their conduct is that they're allowing illegal aliens to go free and rape and murder their own citizens.
Let's not pretend this is normal. When a top Democrat gets on stage and says the other party doesn't deserve peace, that's not protest. That's provocation. It's escalation. It's dangerous. Stephen Miller nailed it. Once you normalize destruction of property, you're one Molotov cocktail away from blood in the streets. And here comes Governor Jellybelly, waddling up to the mic, acting like he's leading some noble resistance while pouring gas on a fire his party lit years ago. Remember when Maxine Waters told her supporters to get in the face of any Trump official in public? Yeah, the left loved that. Harass him at gas stations, chase him out of restaurants, and the media applauded it. But when Trump tweeted, "Fight like hell," suddenly it's an insurrection and a national emergency. Pritzker says Republicans cannot know peace, and what does he get? A standing ovation, a hero's welcome, a fluff segment on MSNBC. This is the same bullshit double standard we've been living under for years, and it's getting worse because the Democrats are collapsing. They've got no message, no momentum, and no presidential candidate who can string together a coherent sentence. So what do? They lash out. They stir up rage. They scream, mobilize and disrupt, not because they have a plan, but because they're out of options. This isn't strategy. It's a tantrum from a party in free fall. And Pritzker's just the latest mascot for a movement that's running on fear, censorship, and fury. So let's close on this. JB Pritzker didn't accidentally cross a line. He stomped right over it, proudly, in front of a cheering crowd. This wasn't about civic engagement. It was about rage, disruption, and keeping a sinking party on life support. Because when your agenda has failed, when your candidates are uninspiring, when the American people are rejecting you in election after election, you don't reflect, you don't recalibrate. You incite, you call for mobilization and disruption. You demonize your opponents and pray the media covers for you. It's not activism, it's political desperation, dressed up as courage and sold to the public like it's noble. It's a fact that the Democrat platform is collapsing. They're out of ideas, they're out of solutions. So they fall back on incitement, outrage, and empty slogans, and lately even really bad singing. Desperate moves from a desperate movement. if you're tired of this rage-based politics, if you're done watching power-hungry elites stir up division just to cling to control, then do me a favor. Hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you the truth and perspectives the media buries. Subscribe to the channel and share this with someone who clapped when Pritzker said disrupt and now wonders why everything's on fire. And for more truth, fire, and yes, sarcasm, go to steadfastandloyal.com. We don't do cover-ups. We don't do spin. We tell it like it is, every single day. As always, stay informed, stay free, and stay steadfast and loyal. I'm Jimmy Parker. Thanks for joining us.